Hey guys, Jessica here, and welcome back to another episode of Space Engineers! In the last episode, we had left off working on our hangar bay blast doors, and I said I would finish those off camera, and that's what I did. But I also did a whole bunch of other stuff off camera too. I kind of got a little bit carried away, but I'll go ahead and show you everything I did. So first of all, what I did was I put these numbers above our hangar bays. You can't really see them because they're the same color as everything else, but we'll change that later. Also, I did go ahead and finish the hangar bay doors over here. And also you can see that I kind of changed the shape of them a little bit. They were a little bit different than this before. If you remember from the last episode, they were just slightly different. I just kind of changed them just to make them look a little bit more realistic in my opinion. So yeah, so that's done there. And that one's done there. So hangar number 1 and so on and so forth. Also, let's go ahead and in here and let me show you some things that I've gone and done in here as well. Now, I'm going to close this door. If I can close this door. Yes, I'm going to close this door because I don't want to show you what's in there just yet. But as you can see, we are in this hangar bay. It's not the biggest thing in the world, but it's not really that small. But if we come over here to this little switch on the wall, aha, we have lights. And I've gone and done that in all the hangar bays. So they all have little switches on the wall to turn on and off the lights. The switch over here does the exact same thing. So yes, now we can start to conserve power by turning lights on and off. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at some other things that I've done on the station. Okay, up here. I went ahead and I welded our communications tower, and I also added in these pipes, which are basically wires being run to them. I figured that was kind of a, you know, a little cosmetic addition to add to it. I don't know, maybe it's not the best. Oh, excuse me, I had a little bit of a hiccup there. Maybe it's not the best looking thing in the world, but I don't know. Until I guess some type of better pipe mod comes along, I kind of like this. So that's how that is for now. Also, there was a recent update that was just released today, and guess what that update allows us to do? Well, it allows us to take control of this turret. Now, because this is a modded turret and not, you know, like a, you know, not an actual turret that's part of the game, it doesn't really work all that great. But we can take control of it now, you see, and yeah. I mean, we're standing right there. I could shoot myself, but I'm not feeling suicidal today, so we're just gonna shoot at the asteroid there, and you can see we're actually able to aim this and fire it. So it's pretty cool. And if we were using, you know, one of the turrets that was released with the game, they actually have a really cool UI that actually looks really, really cool. Unfortunately, you know, we're just stuck with this one for now because that's what we installed. We could always install one of the regular Gatling turrets if we wanted to. But I'm hoping that, you know, the guy who designed this mod is gonna kind of fix it up, make it look better, and actually make it fire lasers. That would be pretty cool. Also, part of the update allows you to bring in custom asteroids into your creative world. So if, let's say, I wanted to create this entire world from scratch, I could have brought in all these asteroids and placed them around the place. That was something you couldn't do before. Now you're able to do that very, very easily. So that's really, really cool. I'm excited about that. And also, now when something gets destroyed, like let's say we were shooting at our steel, our steel blocks here with the turret, scrap metal would be the byproduct of that. Instead of blocks just disappearing like they used to, now they will actually drop scrap metal. Scrap metal can be put into the refineries and refined into iron ingots. So that's pretty cool. It's definitely, you know, increasing the realism of everything just a little bit. Now let's go ahead and take a look at what I've gone ahead and done inside. And we get our little welcome home Jessica message, which I still have there because I haven't taken it out yet or done anything else with it. So let's take our elevator down, and what do you see? Oh my gosh, this looks completely different than the way I left it last time, right? Yes, yes indeed. So as we come into here, the first thing we have in front of us here is we can turn the lights on and off. So we can conserve power because, I mean, that's a lot of lights and they do require quite a bit of power. So, this looks pretty cool, right? Well, I went ahead and I put in more storage containers than just the two that we had sitting there, and I also went ahead and made them look a little bit nicer than those old crusty looking ones we had just sitting down here. Yeah, it definitely looks a little bit more high tech. Kind of looks like it fits in a little bit better. Also, I added this button panel. Now, this button panel should do things, but it actually doesn't right now. If I press these buttons, it should open these doors. Like, pressing this one should open both doors for hangar bay number 4, but guess what? Doesn't work. I think that's because the doors are, they're mods, they're not part of the normal game, so the guy who designed them obviously has not gotten around to making everything work perfectly yet. But that's okay, because we can just open the doors manually, right? Yeah, of course. No harm in it. No harm in it whatsoever. Let me just go ahead and make sure we have our lights turned off in there, and yes, indeed we do. So, I think that's pretty much the extent of the things that I went ahead and did off camera. I don't think there was anything else I did. Oh, I did okay, so good thing I came over this way. Because what I did do is all of these storage containers are now piped up to our refinery system. Finally. Oh, geez. I thought I'd never get there. But this is partially why I did all of this off camera. It took me about, I don't know, 3 hours, I want to say, to be able to kind of like figure out everything I wanted to do and to actually implement that, and then to weld everything together took a long time because those things are huge and take a lot of resources. Oh yes, also this is another thing I did. It's just a little cosmetic thing, but I put in all these pipings along the ceiling. I just kind of felt like it made sense, like you would expect to see pipes running along the ceiling, especially in a space station like this. And they don't serve a purpose or anything in game, but they do for our own interest, right? So as you can see here, I actually have the pipes in here too. I'll turn on the lights, and you can see that they go all the way up to the rotor there. So it's almost like it's the power supply for the rotor or the doors. I kind of thought that was a neat idea. And they do that in all the hangar bays. It's nothing more than, a cosmetic addition that I kind of thought was cool. So that's pretty much all the stuff I did off camera. I'm pretty sure that's it. Oh, no, it's not. See, every time I say that's all I did off camera, that's not. I went ahead and welded the wall here. That was previously left unfinished. It is now finished, and I added a window in here. This window was not there before. It is now not much of a view. Just a bit of an asteroid in the underside of the station, but hey, I decided to go ahead and put it in anyways. So let's go ahead and what do we need to do? Well, I think we need to work on our defense network. So let's go ahead and take our elevator up to the first floor so that we can go ahead and figure out exactly how we're going to make this defense network work. Oh, I probably shouldn't open that door, right? Because it's the automatic sensor. Okay, now let's try this again. I'm still not used to these automatic doors. Okay. So, here's what I'm thinking for a defense network. I'm thinking something pretty simple, but effective. I want to build a platform that just sits up here above the station, pretty much where we're standing now. That way it's far enough away that it's not really going to interfere with anything we want to build on the station, but it's close enough to be able to defend it. So what do I want to build? Well, basically I want to build a platform from building a new station, although, we don't have any steel plate. Well, that's unfortunate. Okay, let's go ahead and get some steel plate. But yeah, it's basically going to be a platform up there that has Gatling turrets on 6 different sides. So basically, no matter what angle you were to be coming at the station from, you could be coming from, left, right, up, down, north, south, east, west, it wouldn't really matter. This thing will pretty much be able to shoot at you. Unless, of course, you're coming from, like, down from the bottom side of the station, then, of course, it's not really going to be able to shoot at you. But we can probably build another one on down there, on the bottom side of the asteroid or something like that later on if we so choose to. Alternatively, I could build something just on the top side of this asteroid that would have a bunch of Gatling turrets on it. That could probably work as well. But I think we'll have better, we'll better be able to attack things if we have a platform that's kind of floating around up here. So let's go ahead and get that started. I think if I just put this block down just right there, that's exactly what I want. And then I want to put a battery on it, because this station or platform is going to be battery powered. And the reason I'm doing that is because I don't really want to keep pumping uranium into all these things. We have uranium being used in all those different asteroids and stuff. It's really not cost effective or anything like that. So I'm going to start using batteries more and more. And we're probably going to attach solar panels to this platform as well in order to charge these batteries up. And we're going to have to get the Roy G. Biv involved here and to be able to weld these things up, because they're going to require a whole bunch of stuff that we simply don't have. Power cells, that's one thing I'm forgetting about. We have to order up some power cells in our assemblers in order to actually build those batteries. So let's go ahead and just get that underway. Let's get about 1,000 of them to start off with. Hopefully we have enough. Yeah, we have enough materials to make 1,000 power cells. And let's go ahead and also have a seat in our command chair for just a moment here so we can recharge our suit energy and so I can take a sip of beverage. Okay. And my beverage today is Werner's Ginger Ale. If you've never had it before, oh, you are missing out. It's the best ginger ale I have ever had in my life. Okay, so our suit energy is up to full. Let's go ahead and grab our Roy G. Biv, our welder grinder ship. But you know what? Admittedly, I'm feeling like it's a little lacking, right? Because currently right now, if we want to use grinders and welders, we have to like remove the grinders and then attach welders. And if we want to use grinders later, we have to remove the welders and attach grinders. I don't want to do that anymore. I would really like it so that it just has them both installed at the same time so we can just switch back and forth between them. I think that would be the best way to do it. Let me first make sure that these are empty. Or you know what? We'll just have the 2 grinders on there, just like they are. Well, no, actually we do have to remove them because we have to remove that piece there. So let's go ahead and make sure that they're empty. They are empty. And let's go ahead and grind them off. And we'll grind that off as well. Ooh, and my inventory is almost full. So let's just go ahead and start welding the new parts on there now so we can kind of empty out our inventory just a little bit. Okay, so we're going to put this on here. And then we're going to put these on here. There we go, got it spun around the right way, and then let's go ahead and weld. And it looks like we're going to be short some small steel tubes and some motors, but that's fine. We'll definitely have to go grab some more of those. Let's get this one out of the way and this one out of the way as well. And put on our conveyors. Get that spun around. There we go. And one more conveyor. Excellent. Now let's go ahead and put whatever resources we have into these. Okay, and we're short construction components too. I think we should have all of this stuff in the storage containers for the Roy G. Biv, so that shouldn't be too much of an issue. And then let's go ahead and bring our grinders and welders into the toolbar. And let's go ahead and install the welders. We'll have 4 welders and 2 grinders. Hopefully that's enough. I mean, it's definitely better than what we had before. So, hopefully it should work out pretty well. The only problem is now we can't really get into tight spaces very easily. Because now it's just going to be like this huge front end as opposed to what it was before. But, I don't know, I think it'll be okay. Hopefully it shouldn't be too much of a problem. Let's see how far we can get with welding this stuff. We're gonna need a bunch of motors. I don't think we have any motors in the Roigi Biv. We might actually have to go back to the station for those. We're pretty much short everything right now. Okay, let's see what we have here. Okay, we have small steel tubes. We need a bunch of those. We need some large steel tubes. We need some computers. We need motors. There's 4 motors, not really a whole lot. And construction components. Let's see how far we get. Okay, we still need more motors. But it looks like we're probably going to have enough of everything else. Okay. And almost done. Yeah, we just need to go get a few more motors. So let's go ahead and fly over here and get some motors. Oh, I also went ahead and I changed the color of these conveyor tubes. I didn't mention that earlier, but I did go ahead and do that. Okay, let's see. There's 25 motors. I think that's enough. I can't imagine that we need more than that. Okay, and just a couple more. Nearly finished. And yes, we had enough motors. Alright, well, just need to clear the old throat there for just a moment, and let's see here. We need to paint this. We need to get the orange. Well, there we go, there's our orange. And then we'll need to paint the very front ones red in order to go along with the Roigi Biv theme of red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet, even though our indigo and violet are basically the same. I couldn't really be bothered to make a separate shade of purple. Alright. There we go. Now our Roigi Biv is a proper I can't even talk. A proper grinder welder ship. Although it's probably going to be lacking a little bit of thrust, isn't it? Yeah, we're going to need to increase our thrust a bit. Let's go ahead and do that now before we get too carried away. And while our assemblers are still producing our power cells. So I think I'll grind this section out there and put a thruster in. Hopefully that should be enough. Let's see, I guess I'll drop it right there. Let's find our purple. Where's the purple? Purple, there you are. Okay. And I don't know, should I add another one off the end here? I suppose I should, and maybe I should also put a couple more thrusters on, just for good measure. Because it's gonna weigh a lot more. And it's already been feeling very, very sluggish in some respects. Ah! Keep going the wrong way. No, I need you to rotate sideways. There you go. Okay. Then we'll just go ahead and also put one facing downwards, too. Large steel tubes. Okay, hopefully I have some in here. Excellent. Alright, let's go ahead and add that one there, and then I think I need to go ahead and add one more. Oops, we're grinding away at far too much stuff there. Come on, there we go. Alright. Okay, let's weld these up. Hopefully this is enough. Oh, I don't have any thruster components on me. That's no big deal. We'll have to go ahead and get some. Just make sure we have everything else that we need as well, though. Looks like we do. Okay, do I have any thruster components in here? That is a negative. Okay, let's go ahead and get some thruster components. Okay. We'll grab about 20 of those, although I probably only need 10. It's always good to have a few extra on us. And this should make this ship much more maneuverable, not such a pain in the butt trying to move it around. Alright, and there's the last one. Okay, cool. Now we can hop in this ship, fly it over to our docking port, and collect our power cells. So we'll just go ahead and maneuver our way over there. Ship is still pretty sluggish, but it's not nearly as bad as it was before. But we're about to like load it up with some super heavy materials, so it's probably gonna get worse. Okay, here we go. Just a little bit over there. We have it. Lock that in place. Bring up our inventory for the Roy G. Biv, which is down here at the bottom, and start transferring over our power cells. We have about 1,000 of those finished, but we cannot carry all of them. Hopefully that's enough. Let's see. I think we're also short on construction components, so... Oh boy. I don't really have enough room for those, though. Let's see. I'll put some of these power cells back, about 250, and let's see how many of these we can carry. Oh, not very many at all. Wait a minute. I thought I put 250 of these back. Oh! Oh, silly me. Okay. I was putting them just back into our own cargo container. Duh. Okay, now I should be able to carry a bit more of those. Excellent! Can I carry more than that? Yes, I can. Excellent. Okay. Let's see if we're able to weld this thing up. Right now it's just a big bunch of batteries that are just kind of floating out here. Come on. Oh, come on. What don't you have? Okay, apparently there's some type of material that I don't have on me. Really? No, come on. You should have everything you need. I don't understand what the issue is. It just doesn't want to weld. Are you kidding me right now? Let's make sure our welders are actually set up properly to use the conveyor. In fact, they are. So what's the issue? Really? What's the problem here? Why won't you weld? I don't understand. I don't really know what the problem is here. No, it doesn't want to weld. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. There's an issue. This is red. That means it's not connected. But why would it not be connected? Okay, I mean, this should work properly. This is a conveyor, and this is a conveyor tube connected to a welder. Why would that not work? Why is that a problem? I don't understand. Okay, let's remove the welder. What if I put a grinder there? If I put a red grinder there instead? I have no idea. It's still red. Well, I don't understand. I mean, it's clearly connected. It doesn't make any sense to me. try putting a welder here. Will that work? I wonder. I really, really wonder if that will work. Let's go ahead and try this. I mean, it's all welders now, except for that one grinder. Let's see how this works. Now it works. I don't really understand what the issue was with that. Very, very strange. Why won't it weld that one though? Or we must be short some materials. Okay. Let me hop out. Let's just check it. Power cells over five power cells short. Okay. Well, let me I really don't understand like why these are red, why they're not functioning. Maybe if I just take it off? Oh, that would be why. This is not the way the conveyor is supposed to be. There should be... Oh, it's rotated the wrong way. That's what it is. Okay. Well, now that I know what the problem is, let's go ahead and remove these. Unfortunately, we have to pretty much remove everything. Because we did it wrong. There was no access there. Like, I don't know what I was thinking. I thought the conveyors had access on all sides, but apparently on some sides they only have those small access doors. Alright, let's go ahead and... Whoops, daisies. Our inventory is filling up pretty quickly here. Let's go ahead and put some stuff in our thing here. So we can actually carry some more stuff. I really can't believe I did that. Oh well, we're fixing it now, so hopefully there's not too much harm in it. Okay, so as you can see there, we need that to be rotated differently. Pretty much like that. We also need it to be orange. Cool. Alright, well that's how it's supposed to be. That's how it should have been. Let's go ahead and weld that. Alright. Get rid of this, and finally get rid of... Well, no. My inventory is pretty much full. But let's go ahead and attach this. Paint it red. Okay, and then let's go over here and get rid of this. Come on. There we go. And find our conveyor. There it is. Paint it orange. There it is. Access on the bottom and the top. Perfect. Let's weld that in place. And then let's go ahead and add another grinder to the front. Paint it red. And we'll go ahead and also add our welders in here as well. Sometimes they're pretty hard to line up properly. I think that's right. Yep, should be. Okay. And let's go ahead and add the two over here as well. 1 and 2. Okay. And then we just need to add our conveyor tubes. And hopefully this time they actually work for us. 1, 2, and then 2 more. Okay. There we go. Now it's pointed the right way. And let's just go ahead and finish this up real quickly. So, I'm pretty sure that this is the end of the episode. I'm just gonna go ahead and finish welding this stuff up. If you guys liked the video, do me a huge favor and hit the like button. It helps me out so much. Subscribe to the channel and feel free to leave me any comments or suggestions in the comment section below. That's what it's there for. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you all in the next video.